Is the Turf Club over at Saratoga Springs hiding Disney World's best deal?
Let's see.
Hello everyone, I'm Jay.
And I'm Sam.
And you're watching the Theme Park Foodies. We are here for part 3 of our 5-part series, where we're trying to find the best sit-down table service dining deal here at Walt Disney World. Our first video went over Sebastian's Bistro. That's an all-you-care-to-eat table service experience that you can be found at over Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort. Our second video, I don't think anything's gonna beat the price of our second video. It was like 56 bucks or something, and it was beaches and cream soda fountain. We were so full after that meal.
I'm still full, actually.
And now this video, our third video, is going to be all about the Turf Club Bar and Grill. Well, the Turf Club Grill, which is over at Disney's Saratoga Springs Resort. Now, this resort here is based off of Saratoga Springs, New York, and horse racing. They even mimic the architecture and the foliage found in Saratoga Springs, New York. So it's the only Disney resort where you won't see any palm trees. You're going to see notable foliage that you would expect in upstate New York. They also mirror a lot of the rock formations. If you go over to the pool, they mirror some of the rock formations you can see in the mountains of upstate New York. They actually have a sculpture of a horse racer in the winner's circle right as you walk up. When you check in the carriage house. We've eaten here before, and I think there's mixed reviews. We wanted to be able to highlight different types of dining throughout this experience. Our first video was kind of like all you care to eat, right, Sam? Mm-hmm. And the second video was kind of more of a fast casual type table service experience, and this is going to be a signature dining experience and a steakhouse, and I think probably the most affordable steakhouse on Disney property, right?
Yeah, I do feel like this is a very divisive restaurant. People hate this restaurant, or they think it's a hidden gem, which, I mean, nobody's wrong. You're gonna base your opinion off of experiences you've had. Yeah. We've always had great ones, so that's what we're going with.
I think it's a great one because I feel like I get a good amount of food for the right price, and it's a steakhouse. I don't expect this to be anywhere near the price of where Beaches and Cream was, but I think that you're gonna be able to get a better price compared to any steakhouse on Disney property. They have a prime rib that's about $38 or $39. They have a burger that's very high end, that's about $23. I don't want to say very high end. It's definitely not like a Bourbon Michael Mina type place, but if you're looking for a upper class type of meal for a solid price, I think this is a spot to be. I do think the interior is in need of a bit of a refurbishment though, right?
Yeah, it is. It's dim lighting and like wood panels. It's very kind of old school. But we enjoy it, but maybe that's also the New York in us. Yeah. And we like meat.
Yeah, we like meat. We're the meat couple. We like meat, we like potatoes. We're pining for home. They had a New York cheesecake last time that I actually really enjoyed, and I'm pretty critical of New York cheesecakes. And your prime rib you actually really liked last time too, right?
Yeah, and pretty decent bread service.
Yeah. So we're going to go in. We're going to compare the pricing of all these at the end of our top 5 series. So this is going to be number 3. Of course, it's going to be a little bit higher, I think, than the other two. But I'm kind of pricing this based off of how full can we get and how much this is going to be. I think it'll be about $100, which I think for a steakhouse will be great. So, you ready, Sam?
I'm ready.
If you enjoy the content, please like and subscribe. Join us for our romantic yet affordable date night at the Turf Club. If you're at Disney Springs, you can take the boat transportation here, and it will let you out right in front of the Turf Club. It's very convenient. All right, so to get to the Turf Club Bar and Grill, we'll have to head towards the carriage house. Now, if you head to the front, if you are checking in here at this resort, they have golf carts at the front that can take you to kind of your rooms. It is a vast, huge resort. We'll head into the carriage house. You'll see a photo from Saratoga Springs, kind of to the left as you walk in there. And as you walk into the main carriage house, I actually see portraits of notable Disney horses adorning the areas where you check in. We will bear left right before that check-in area, and it's straight through and into the Artist Palette quick service restaurant. Pretty underrated quick service restaurant. We're going to walk straight through the Artist Palette, and you will see a sign for the Turf Club Bar and Grill. We will bear right there, and we will head down this small little corridor. First, you're going to see the bar. You'll notice a pool table on your left. You're going to head straight past the bar, and on your right-hand side, you will see the grill. I want to correct myself as well. This really isn't a steakhouse. It's more of an American-style restaurant, but they do have a fair amount of steaks. 2 steaks on the menu, New York strip and a prime rib. right, so we have checked in and been seated. They have indoor as well as outdoor seating. We are seated indoors, and indoors you will notice notable artifacts on the wall that can be used in horse racing. All right, let's break down the menu for you guys. For the appetizers, we have the onion ring tower, a sweet and spicy Brussels sprouts, it's a vegan option, a French onion soup, which I remember us enjoying last time. Then we have the wedge salad, the golden fried calamari, and the sautéed shrimp. I've heard mixed reviews about the calamari before. Then for entrees, this is their most popular option for sure. It's the slow roasted prime rib. Then right below that, we have the pan-seared salmon, the grilled pork chop, the tempura fried hen of the woods. This is a vegan option, it looks like. It's a tofu hen from Epcot. Then we have the other steak option, the char-grilled New York strip steak. This is actually priced the same as the prime rib. Turf Club burger, which I think is a good deal at $23. Buttermilk fried herb chicken, and a pappardelle scallop pasta. This actually sounds pretty good. Well, that is a little pricey at $35. You'll also notice that they have wine pairings with each of their food options that you can choose from. And for enhancements, we have the Parmesan crusted shrimp and the caramelized scallops with bacon glaze. That sounds good. Now on the back, we can find the drinks. They have pretty standard specialty drinks. The mint julep is something that Disney has become known for. They also have a pina colada, a millionaire's margarita, pineapple mule, blood orange margarita, and a New York sour. We're gonna have a New York themed drink here. And over here you can see their cocktails. They have some zero proof cocktails as well, non-alcoholic specialty, and their standard beverages. I know the reviews here are mixed, but just look at these house-made, these are our Parker House rolls. Looking so yeasty, so delicious. Little sea salt on top, little black salt right there in the butter. These look good, Sam.
Even like the butter looks like perfect scoop.
Looks like ice cream. I might accidentally eat that as ice cream.
Please don't. They're not super warm, I'll say that. They're really good. I really like the sea salt that's on top. Like it's like these thick pieces of salt. There's like a light crust and then it's just fluffy and pillowy on the inside. Good butter. I'm gonna go 8.
I think it's an exceptional bread service.
Not as good as Boathouse, but they are pretty good.
And these are 100% Parker House rolls. There were some debates in the comments about Boathouse, but they said Parker House and they handed these to us.
This is what they're saying. This is what the restaurant is saying.
All right, my turn for the Parker House roll. I want to try it with and without butter. They're so fluffy and airy. I really like this. I'm gonna get a little butter on this now. All right, it's definitely a whipped butter. See how smooth and creamy that is? To me, I think that's a really Parker House roll. It is a little salty because you have salt on the Parker House roll and you salt in the butter. I'm gonna go 9. I really like those. I think it's high end in my opinion. All right, so we decided for our appetizer to go with the wedge salad. They also have a French onion soup with Gruyere cheese we've really enjoyed in the past, although we thought it was a bit salty. Sam, what's on and in this wedge?
So this has bacon, buttermilk chive ranch dressing, tomatoes, and fresh herbs. Honestly, looks-wise, I'm not that impressed.
It looks a little unimpressive for sure.
It looks small. I feel like sometimes when you get a wedge salad, it's like literally the whole wedge. Like it's like a giant wedge that you need like a steak knife to cut. This doesn't seem that big. Also, where's the dressing?
They put the dressing on the bottom and they tell you just kind of dip it in.
I don't feel like that's enough either. Also, I feel like it's a little chintzy with the bacon. Like I feel like this is uninspired, this wedge.
It is half a head of lettuce, so.
I feel like every time we get a salad, like something goes wrong.
I think we've also been spoiled by Polite Pig salads.
Oh, besides that, that's like the exception to every salad rule. I think they got pickled onions in here too, which was not on the description. Lettuce is super crunchy. The bacon is like very, very, very crispy little pieces. I do like the dressing. It's pretty basic. It also has some like frise lettuce on the bottom. You got 2 types of lettuce. I just feel like it needs a little more going on. I'm gonna go 6.
Okay, all right, so the bread, we started off strong with the bread, a little weaker for this. This was $12, so not the most, but still a little pricey. All right, so we're gonna have the wedge salad now for Jay. Jay's gonna eat a wedge salad. I'm gonna get a lot of this little gumping on. I'm gonna goop it all on, I'm gonna try it out.
I feel like the dressing almost has like a lemon taste to it. I think I prefer like blue cheese with a wedge. Like when you have bacon, an iceberg lettuce, I feel like blue cheese is the way to go. Like I don't feel like the dressing really paired well with it.
The bacon's very crispy. It does taste somewhat fresh. I like it. It's like a ranch dressing with it. I don't think it's the best wedge salad. I don't think it's the worst, but I don't think it's a 6. I'll give it a 7. Like middle of the road, I think it's a good wedge salad. $12 for Disney, I think is pretty good for this. Happy we got a little bit of a roughage here, but I'm looking forward to the main entrees. All right, so the entrees are here. Sam, you got their prime rib, which is a favorite of those who enjoy the dining here. What's on and in this?
So this is a slow roasted prime rib, creamy roasted garlic mashed potatoes, seasonal vegetables, so this changes out, and it's in a red wine reduction.
She requested it to be medium rare, and it does look about medium rare to me, so cooked correctly.
I like their plates.
Looks very tender in that little tender area. Tender beef.
I did have the prime rib at the Bourbon Steakhouse, the Michael Mina restaurant, which was like crazy good. That was also a lot more money. That one was $58.
This is $39, so this is a $39 prime rib.
Really juicy.
Is it tender?
I like the red wine sauce. I feel like it looks like, does it look a tiny bit smaller than last time, or am I imagining it? I don't know.
I think it's just a larger plate. I think they plated it different last time.
It is a little, I don't know if it's the sauce isn't, but it's a little bit salty.
Au jus it up. There's a lot of au jus on that.
These are really good.
Yeah, I think this is an underrated plate, in my opinion.
These are so creamy. But this is also, again, like this is our flavor profile. Meat and potatoes, like we're always going to go for.
We're the beef couple.
Okay, enough with that. This is like a weird mix though. Just corn and a couple tomatoes. Let's see. That surprised me. The tomatoes are like super juicy. You know, I'm gonna go 9. I still think that this hits. I think if you're coming here, this is definitely, if you're into meat, the thing to get.
I think it's a good deal too. $39. All right, so it's my turn to try the beef. They actually gave us a little horseradish sauce as well, so I'm gonna dip this in the horseradish sauce.
I wish we could be bringing Frank home some. Every time we have meat, I always think about bringing him home leftovers.
He was a beef dog. That's a solid prime rib. This is the best prime rib ever? No, like Michael Mina's is definitely better prime rib, but I think for $39, you're looking for like a nice, good quality prime rib. I also love mixing my corn in with my potatoes.
Yeah, it's like you get vegetables, you get a carb, you get a big piece of meat. We got that great bread service. So when you're like factoring in all those things, also we've had amazing service.
A good sized steak too. Look at the skin back here. Actually, I want to taste a little bit of the skin. I'm gonna go 8. Like, I think you could have a higher quality prime rib, but I think for the price, this is a great, in my opinion, a great deal. $39, you're gonna be full, and you're gonna have a lot of food. So yeah, I think it's a solid 8. Nice tender prime rib, good au jus, good horseradish sauce, and the potatoes are great with a nice little garlic into them. Solid. All right, so this is the Turf Club Burger sandwich on it in this.
Signature bun patty, apple with smoked bacon, New York white cheddar, Saratoga sauce, and seasoned French fries. The fries are, I've been picking out these fries. Onion rings. I can't bite this.
I would do like a little underbite. Yeah, there you go. Do a little underbite and then work your way in.
Bun is like really soggy. Not really soggy, but it's soggy enough. You can taste the char on the burger. It's a good burger. I'm not quite sure that it's medium rare. It looks a little more cooked than that. But it's a decent burger. I'm gonna go 7.
Okay, so solid burger, a little overcooked, but you like the fries. Who would get the fries actually?
I'll give the fries an 8. Also, Saratoga sauce. I don't know what it is. It does have a little kick to it. It is a little spicy. It's like a zesty Big Mac sauce.
It's time to have my hand at the burger. I'm gonna dribble a little bit of this Saratoga sauce right on top of that tomato. Let's see how this is. Bacon's crispy.
It's a little on the greasy side. That's why I went 7. It does taste good though.
I don't think it's the burger meat that's crispy. I mean, that's greasy. I think it's the cheese mixed with the bacon that's causing a lot of greasy at the bottom. I do like it. It's a bit overcooked though, which is making, I think, the burger meat itself a bit dry, which you might need in something like this because when you have bacon and cheese, it's going to add a lot of grease to that. I do like the Saratoga sauce. Let me try some of the fries that you had. Crispy and good.
Is that sauce spicy to you, or am I just a wimp?
It's a little spicy. It's like an onion ring sauce, I feel like. If you know the Burger King onion ring sauce, it's like that, but mixed with like mac sauce almost. I like it. I would agree with your 7 on this. I think the winner, as far as the entrees go, is the prime rib, which is what I thought. But I think for the price, this is pretty solid. I think it was like $23 or something. Nice big burger, bacon, cheese. It's a thick burger. I do wish it was a little less cooked. They overcooked it a little bit.
You got fries, you got onion rings.
Yeah. No, I think this is a solid deal. All right, it's just the seared scallops. They were a enhancement and an upcharge, $12. Not sure if they're worth $12, but let's try them out. They look a little small for my taste. They're okay. I wouldn't get these again. I would stick with the prime rib. I like the burger a lot. I just think it's for the price a little much. And a little fishy flavor on that. I'm gonna go 6 for the scallops. All right, we have retrieved the dessert menu. First thing you'll see is the signature chocolate cake. Now this is a raspberry sauce in it that I hear is in between each of the layers, so it almost has like a jelly ring type flavor profile. Then we have the New York style cheesecake, which is a vanilla cherry cheesecake. So it's cherries baked into it. Salted caramel creme brulee, which is kind of a lighter type of dish, and I heard it's pretty good. And then they have a seasonal cobbler, which I think is an apple cobbler right now because it's fall. We also have pretty standard Joffrey's coffee and cappuccinos. On the back, we have some dessert wines and cocktails. They have a chocolate martini, a Moscato, a sparkling red, and whatever this is, a wine. All right, so we got the New York style cheesecake. Sam, what's on and in this?
This is a vanilla cherry cheesecake with cherry panna cotta, graham cracker, and cherry compote.
It's different than last time. I remember liking last time it was a
Circular.
It was circular. This is now a long boy. Definitely a little less cheesecake, but still I think a decent amount. I think this was about $10, right?
Not as big as the cheesecake at Food and Wine right now over in Spain. The Basque cheesecake is like a giant piece, and it's a very good cheesecake.
The layers of cherry inside it, and it's a graham cracker crust at the bottom.
I don't love it.
That's it. So you like the other one better?
Yeah, I like the other one better. It has a weird texture to me. Like something's off about the texture. Like it's like sticking like to like my teeth and the roof of my mouth. Like it, to me, this isn't so much New York style. I don't know. The texture a little off. It's not as creamy as I would like.
New York style, I feel like it has a crust to it too. This.
It has a crust, but
Well, they're using the graham cracker really as the crust on this.
It's very soft. It needs a little more crisp to it. I do like the cherry compote though. I think the move is to just definitely mix in the cherry compote with the cheesecake. The cheesecake on its own is I do like the compote. I'm gonna go 7.
All right, so solid middle of the road 7. But I need to try it out. I like the other one like pretty well. I wouldn't say it's the best cheesecake ever, the other one, but let's see how this one is. All right, so let's try this out. I'm gonna put a little bit of this cherry right on top of it. So I got all the flavors right there.
I want you after this just to try the cheesecake on its own without the compote.
It's definitely a New York cheesecake flavor.
But not consistency.
It's dense. It's not too sweet though, which I like. Sometimes they make cheesecakes that are so sweet. It's not too sweet. It definitely has the flavor of New York cheesecake. The other style I think was better.
It's not Quorum Diner.
Quorum Diner stopped here. Quorum Diner, just go into the diner. Don't hang out in Quorum, Long Island, New York. Great diner.
P.S. We're going back to Long Island next month.
Next month, yeah. This is good. I'm gonna go 7. It could be better. It could be more. I think it's got a lot going for it, but I would just like either like a triangle from a big cheesecake or like how they had it last time. It's got the flavor. It's not bad, but it's not like exceptional or anything like that. It just like tastes like a New York style cheesecake. I think it's worthy of $10. You know. All right, so everything we ate was $92. Now, if we didn't get the scallops, which I would not get again, they weren't great. I probably
yeah,
about
it wasn't
5.
an enhancement.
Yeah, they are a de-enhancement. That would have been $80 because they were 12. So I think $80 if you remove the scallops is a pretty solid deal for what we have. Pretty high-end burger, although was a bit overcooked. I think the prime rib is the winner. A lot of people like the prime rib from here. So if you're going to come here, we recommend the prime rib. I think the bread service is also an exceptional option as well, and a highlight.
I wish we chose a different dessert, but that was on us.
Yeah, no, I think we did like the cheesecake last time. That's the thing, is they change these things out seasonally, so Disney food can be inconsistent. As far as every place you've been to so far, do I think it's the best deal? It's probably not. It's probably at the bottom of the 3 places we went to.
As far as pricing.
Yeah, but if you're thinking like signature restaurants, this costs less, but there's a reason it costs less. I think some things aren't as high quality as some of the other Disney restaurants. That being said, I did like my meal here. I think we had amazing service. I loved our server. I think it is due a bit for refurbishment, but I kind of like the brown tones, the dim lighting. the horse memorabilia that's on the wall. It adds a certain atmosphere and ambiance that connects to the theme of the resort here. And I do enjoy it to an extent, but I also think that it does feel a little bit dated, maybe needs a little bit brightening up, a little something new, you know?
Yeah, and there were a lot of New York-based employees working. It made a very authentic experience.
Yeah.
Actually, our server was actually from the area that Jay and I lived in for a while.
Yeah.
Shout out to Bethpage, Long Island.
Yeah, no, that's when we first started dating. Was we were both in like the Bethpage area, and it seems like they've been transporting those New York Disney employees over here to add to the experience. It's almost like a cultural representative. And if you enjoy the content, please like and subscribe. Liking will really help our channel grow. It pushes this video out into the stratosphere of the YouTube algorithm, helps other people find the video. Subscribing, it also helps our channel grow. Hit the bell notifications, that way you're notified every time when videos come out, which is when, Sam?
Every Monday and Thursday at 12 p.m.
Thanks so much for watching. Don't count the days.
Bring the days down.
We will see you next time. That's all, folks. So we're going to highlight a lounge next. We were going to highlight a lounge tonight that we think is more of like a Disney hack, but it's pouring right now, as you guys can see the rain coming down. So we thought, let's do this, our signature dining option, and I think it worked out. I was in the mood for some steak.
We were highly considering Toledo, which is at the Coronado Springs Resort, which we do think is really great, but I feel like it's a little expensive.
Steak for two is $115. It's a ribeye for two. I think it's a solid deal for a giant ribeye like you get there, but I didn't think it was quite a deal. Like here we got, steak, burger, appetizer, bread service, dessert, and an enhancement for $92. Without the enhancement, $80. I think that was pretty solid, honestly. But if you're here, I definitely go for the prime rib. Look at that, the boat's going right by. That's a nice little atmosphere.
We do have a nice view from our window seat, and there's also nice patio seating.
I agree. And the people you see scrolling up on the screen right now, those are our members. I want to give a special thank you to them and their generosity for helping us fund this channel. If you have any interest in a membership, we have tiers as low as $1.99 a month with differing perks like early access to videos and credits credentials like you're seeing right now. If you have any interest in a membership, check out the join button below and you can learn about all those different tiers and perks. But even if you can't become a member, if you're someone who just consistently likes, comments, subscribes, engages with these videos in any way, we greatly appreciate you, because your engagement, it helps us make more of them, and we feel incredibly privileged to be able to make them. And as always,
keep it going for Frank.